Dear students, this is our second video about NABARD. In the last video, we have discussed about the evolutionary stages in the formation of NABARD. First, it was Agriculture Credit Department of RBI, which was providing financial assistance to agricultural sector. Then an Agriculture Refinance Corporation was formed, which was later renamed as Agriculture Refinance Development Corporation, and as a need arose to integrate these two organizations, then NABARD was formed in 1982. Now we are moving on to the objectives of NABARD. First one is to coordinate the operations of different financing agencies which are engaged in rural credit. Rural credituമായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാ ഏജൻസീസിനെയും കോർഡിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു ജോലിയാണ്. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു നബാർഡ് ഒരു നാഷണൽ ലെവൽ ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ ആണ് ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് ആക്ട്സ് ആസ് എൻ എപെക്സ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ ഇൻ അഗ്രികൾച്ചറൽ ആൻഡ് റൂറൽ ഫിനാൻസിംഗ്. Then to maintain an expert staff. For what purpose? To study all questions relating to agriculture and rural development and make it available for consultation by central and state government and institutions engaged in rural credit. അപ്പോൾ അവരുടേതായ ഒരു സ്റ്റാഫിനെ അവർ നിയോഗിക്കും. സോ എന്തിനു വേണ്ടിയാണ് നിയോഗിക്കുന്നത്? ടു സ്റ്റഡി അബൌട്ട് അഗ്രികൾച്ചർ ആൻഡ് റൂറൽ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് ഓർ to study about the questions related. What is the problems in the field of agriculture and rural development? And this will be made available to the state and central government and other financial institutions so that the needs of this sector can be clearly ascertained and the needs can be fulfilled, or the policy government can make appropriate policy for fulfilling their needs, and the financial institutions can make such an arrangement on the basis of the need of this particular sector. Then to work as an agent of RBI for the flotation of bonds and debentures. ഡിബെഞ്ചേഴ്സും ബോണ്ടും ഒക്കെ ഫ്ലോട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് RBIന്റെ ഒരു ഏജന്റ് ആയിട്ട് നബാർഡ് പ്രവർത്തിക്കാറുണ്ട്. Then to arrange for the training in agriculture and rural development, it also takes up, apart from financing activities, it also takes up training and development activities which is related with agriculture and rural development. Then to conduct research surveys, NABARD organizes research surveys, and on the basis of these surveys only it will be able to understand what is the change that is happening in agriculture and rural development sectors, and reformulate its policies on the behalf of the changes that has taken place. So these are the objectives of NABARD. Hope it is clear. There is no much difficulty in studying this. So it provides financial assistance, it appoints staff to answer the questions, to study about the questions related with this, and it provides assistance in training and developmental activities, and act as an agent of RBI, and it also conducts research surveys. That's all. Now moving on to the funds of NABARD. The authorized share capital of NABARD is 500 crores. The initial paid up capital was 100 crores. The shares are allocated onto the RBI and Government of India on a 50-50 basis. So both Government of India as well as RBI has equal shareholdings and can raise more funds by way of issue of bonds and debentures on the guarantee of central government. So it has an option to raise more funds by issuing debentures and bonds which will be guaranteed by the central government. It can also avail loans from RBI extending for a period of 18 months. 18 മാസം വരെ മെച്യൂരിറ്റി ഉള്ള ലോണുകൾ RBI എടുത്തുനിന്ന് അവർക്ക് സ്വീകരിക്കാം. Then loans can also be availed from central government and other financial institutions. അവിടെ there is no limit. RBI അടുത്ത് എടുക്കുന്നതിനാണ് 18 മാസത്തെ പരിധി പറയുന്നത്. ഗവൺമെന്റും and other financial institutions അവൈൽ ചെയ്യുന്ന ലോണ് ആസ് പെർ their requirement എടുക്കാവുന്നതാണ്. Then with the prior permission of RBI, it can secure fixed deposit for the period not below 1 year from central government or other financial institutions. With the prior permission of RBI and the prior permission ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ it can accept deposit also. ഒരു വർഷത്തിൽ കുറയാത്ത deposits, minimum ഒരു വർഷമെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. from central government and other financial institutions. അതിനുള്ള provision ഉണ്ട് deposits സ്വീകരിക്കാനുള്ള. Then NABARD can also receive foreign exchange loans. Foreign exchange loans are a source of fund under government guarantee from the bank or financial institutions in India or abroad with the prior permission of RBI. The only condition for accepting deposits or getting foreign exchange loans is that it should get prior permission from the Reserve Bank of India. The NABARD is exempted from payment of income tax. NABARD ഒരു അഗ്രികൾച്ചറൽ റൂറൽ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റിന് സഹായിക്കുന്ന ഒരു എപെക്സ് ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ എന്ന നിലയിൽ it need not pay unlike other banking institutions, this need not pay income tax. It is exempted from the payment of income tax. So that is all about the funds of RBI. So the funds we can sum it up like this. NABARD has got share capital which is owned by RBI and central government. Then it can issue debentures and bonds which will be guaranteed by the central government. Then it can avail loans from RBI for a short duration, that is 18 months. Then loans can be availed from government or other financial institutions also. Then it can secure deposits if with the prior permission of RBI, and the deposit can be from central government and other financial institutions, not individual deposits. And it can also avail or receive foreign exchange loans with the prior permission of RBI. So that is all about the funds, and hope it is clear, the facts are clear about the objectives and funds of NABARD. Thank you children. Meet you with another video on NABARD.